What's up, everybody? It's me, Kaden. I hope you like my dad's video, the next one. And make sure you make his comment on and let him know. So, and don't forget to get your hair cut when you want your hair cut.
So we're gonna get right into it. So we got our Skeleton FX trimmer creating that initial bald line. We're gonna do this all the way around. We're gonna start a little lower to give us wow, oh my goodness, that was a fail. We're gonna start a little lower so that way we can give ourselves enough space for a nice transition. Oh my god, why was that so hard? All right, so anyways, so now we got the blade all the way open, creating that initial guideline from the bald line to the half, pretty much. So what I'm gonna do with my FX clippers is we're gonna fade down from that initial guideline. The thing I appreciate about the clippers, the FX clippers, is that they have the notches on the side. So pretty much I'm going down, closing the guard, down, close the guard, until I get to that bald line. And then before you know it, like magic, that guideline is gone. So I'm looking at his hair right now, and the grow back is really nice. And you could tell a lot about the previous haircut from the way it grew back. And it just brings me back to when I first started, and I had my guy, my guy JP, and there was a point where I was depending on his help so much that if he wasn't at work, it would stress me out because he would be fixing my cuts. Just a little fun fact or a fun story. But anyways, as you can see, we got that first panel gone. Boom, looking nice. So we're gonna come in with the shaver and get this fade to the lowest point possible, so that way the gradients could be nice. We want to get super skin on the side. But yeah, so when I first, for my first 6 months, bro, like, it would stress me out so bad to cut hair, and he would just be like, bro, like, just cut the hair, bro, like, it's not that serious. But anyways, so now we got the one open, and we're making our next guideline. And then what we're gonna do with this one is we're gonna close the one guard all the way to attack that line from the blade open. So you have skin, then you have blade open, and then you have one open. So now we're gonna work on that middle one, the blade open, getting that line erased. So as you can see here, that line is starting to lighten up. We're gonna go in with our half guard with missing teeth, like your boy off of Tiger King. Bro, this half guard, it's great, but it sucks at the same time because they break so easy. I know that typically means that my clippers are set a little bad, but I'm not blaming it on myself. Nope, I'm never the problem. Anyways, as you can see, that transition from the bald to the one open is starting to look pretty decent. So we're gonna move on to the two closed, which is our next guideline, and right under the two closed, we're gonna go in with our 1.5 guard and fade down, pretty much like we've been doing this entire time. So I know with the two closed, going into it with the 1.5, just to not go past that point, because you don't want to raise the fade. So that's why I always make the guideline and then fade down, because I know where I left off and I know not to go past that point. As opposed to when you fade up, sometimes you get lost and you bring it too high. So if people ask me how do I fade, it's like a hybrid system. So I make the guideline up, but I fade down, if that makes sense. So as you can see, we're going in with the corners, trying to attack that line. And we're gonna move on with the 3, take it all the way to the top, all the way to that part that we're gonna create later. And now we're just gonna fade down to get this transition nice and smooth. Shout out to my dog, Randy. He's been coming to me for a little while now. He's been very patient with me since the beginning. Right now, this haircut is taking me like 45 or 50 minutes. And I've been focused on the quality of it, not how fast I can do it. This haircut should take no longer than 35 minutes because it's not even touching the top, and we're not doing the face. So we're literally just doing it around the head. So there's no reason why it should take that long. But I'm doing this to understand. Like, I don't want to do something faster if I don't understand what I'm doing. So as I'm cutting, I'm looking for reactions, seeing how when I do this, what happens. there's an action and then there's a consequence, right? So that's pretty much what I'm trying to figure out, and pretty much understanding that these actions create these consequences, so that way I know how to act going forward. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all my clients really that are cool with me taking my time and really understanding what I'm doing. Because obviously I can just give them a haircut, but I want to give them a dope haircut. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going in. I'm trying to put this haircut. I'm trying to put it in a frame. Because obviously, like sometimes that doesn't even go together. So when you line it up, it kind of puts that picture in a frame, right? So it's gonna make things pop out that I might not necessarily saw before. So now that I have it lined up, I see some areas that really need some work, and I'm going back in and attacking those areas. So like other things I do to like kind of refocus my eyes is I look in the mirror at the haircut, or I look in the camera at the haircut, or depending on how bad the haircut is stressing me out, I will literally walk away, act like I'm getting a drink of water or something, and then come back. So it kind of like refocuses my eyes, because I've been looking at the haircut for so long that my mind is telling me it looks the way I want to look, and it's really not the way I want it to look. So at this point, you guys have probably already saw that I changed my clippers. I went from the FX clipper to the seniors, and I do that for detail purposes most of the time. But anyways, so now we're moving on to the other side. We're following the same steps pretty much, so that's why I have this sped up. And as you can see, we're just attacking one panel at a time to create that transition. So a lot of the cuts that I do, along with a couple other the Tune 45 guys, you have myself, you got Get Beamed, S-Craft Blends, Sean Cuts Hair, and Chris Basio. We do an extended version pretty much on our Tune 45 Online Academy. So pretty much that is taking the haircut that you see now and stretching it out, going over it in more depth, in more detail, to really get a true understanding of everything that goes on in this haircut. So instead of it being like a 10 or 15 minute video, these are like 40-minute videos breaking down the haircut. So if you're looking to take your game to the next level, and that's something that you'd be interested in, the link will be in the description, so you can sign up through that. So as you can see on this side, the hair obviously is sped up, so like we're going through it faster. But even like, just obviously because I'm the one who did it, I know that whenever I do like one side first and then the other side, I always fly through the second side because I already have an understanding. So if I can like get out of my own head and just knock out the first side the way I do the second side, these haircuts would go a lot quicker. I think I just overthink too much. Because I mean, to be honest, bro, you being on social media and looking at these other guys, is like you look at some of the products that these guys are putting out, and it's like, wow. So it's like you have that thought in the back of your head, like, I gotta make this a perfect haircut. But what I'm starting to learn is that as long as I'm better than my last cut, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to get too caught up in the hype or too caught up in social media, because your time will come. Because even some of the dopest barbers we know, if you look at their haircuts from 3 years ago, we still thought they were dope back then, but it's a big difference from the dope haircuts they're doing now. So as us younger barbers, we just got to stay out of our own way and just keep running, because your time will come. Because there's a point in my career where I didn't even think I would cut this good. You know what I'm saying? To take it back to the beginning, when I told you guys about JP and how I used to fix all my haircuts and how I didn't even want to cut hair anymore. You know what I mean? But now we're confident enough to post videos on YouTube and Instagram and be willing to get that critique from the world. You know what I mean? So just keep pushing. So as you can see, it's coming together. And it's a dope haircut, man. I think any haircut is dope if I learn something. It's not bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, we're not doing bad haircuts. And if you do a straight haircut and learn something, it's a dope haircut, you know what I mean? So, just getting better and better with every rep. So now we're gonna go in and put this part in. I don't want to put the part right where his hair ends, like the long hair, because it's too far over. But yeah, we prefer it right here. And then we're gonna touch up the C cup a little bit, and then I can see right under that part there's there's a dark area that we're gonna touch up. Pretty much go through that whole side. We're just gonna show a portion right here that we're gonna get after it, and then and clean it up. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like, this is the cut, and I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. So make sure you guys, get in them comments. Let me know what you guys want to see more of, and the plan is to be back and be more consistent. We gotta win. There's a lot of things, crazy things going on, and it's just letting us know that you got to get after it, man. You could be here today and gone tomorrow, and you're responsible for how you're remembered. So let's get to it.